Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are back in Minecraft today. We're going to try to fix the Amethyst Geode farm. I have some ideas. I also watched a video linked yesterday in chat by Ilmango. The video was by Ilmango. Ilmango was not in the chat. And it just showed the design for a more complicated redstone clock, which I think I understand. So I'm going to try and build that. And we also need to go get some levels, which is the first thing we're going to do because I want to finish labeling the shulker boxes because I'm kind of tired of looking at this wall of confusion as the inventory grows and grows as we mine out more stuff here on the Mushroom Island. So that's the plan for today. It's going to be pretty chill, I think. Blast Jordan, good to see you. Hello, hello. We've got Moira and Dan kicking in the chat as well. SweetSandi is here. That's a really cute animated cat emote. I like the little... Is it an alien cat? It looks like it's got like an antenna or something on it. I'm not sure. Or is it a heart? Maybe that's a heart that's above it. My chat's really small, so I can't really see. There's a lot of cats in chat from people that I know are dog owners. Are there no good animated doggy emotes? Maybe we need to fix that. Maybe we need to fix that. First things first, I have a nice clean empty inventory and I just need levels. So we are going to go to the zombified piglin farm and get some levels. I'm just going to bring this with me and I might make a couple of shulker boxes to have with just in case. I feel like what I should do is just make some shulker boxes here and just leave them all on here. That way, throughout the stream as I need them, I can just come and grab one. This is the other thing I keep on forgetting that I want to do is create a more impactful teleportation station. Johnny, hello. Sorry, I said Johnny because I saw the YT. It's John. John AYT. Need a doggo that webs high? Yeah. Look, I'm telling you, I shouldn't say when I get a dog, which will involve me moving, so it's not happening anytime soon, there will 100% be a dog cam. You will be able to see the dog live on stream at some point. Until then, I might have to just settle for an animated one. Maybe I should get an AI dog. That might not be a bad idea, actually. I'm not a big VTuber fan. I mean, to each their own. I'm not throwing any shade. I would never do it. But I feel like having an AI, like an AI dog pet, kind of like, what are those things called? The little robots that sit on your desk. But if it was an AI dog on chat, that could be kind of fun. Come on, learn how to jump. Oh. Did I? Oh, there. It's here. It's here. Okay. That's why we turned that down. So we need just levels for labeling. So I'll try to get 20 or 30. Satisfactory doggo? I don't really like the lizard doggos. I think they look kind of lame. I'm not a big fan. I think it's the only thing people get in that game, so that's why they like it so much. Has there been any satisfactory news? I saw that they had a stream from Coffee Stain the other day. Was it just a community thing? Was there any real news coming out of Satisfactory? I've been so focused on Minecraft lately, I haven't really booted up Satisfactory in a while. Mostly because I feel like the larger that Devastator gets, the slower my computer goes when I'm streaming it. So it's not the most pleasant experience for me to stream. It probably looks okay on your end, but I find it very choppy for me. I definitely have a headache after I play. We're up to level 10 already. Nice. You haven't checked the last 2 streams from the team. Normally, if there's a bigger announcement, there's a shorter YouTube video that comes out shortly after the stream with the information. But I say short. If it's a 10-minute video, there's 2 minutes of information in it. Dan has started a new playthrough to get ready for the console release. I thought the console had already released. Is it November that it releases on, Dan? Why are you getting ready for a console release? Didn't you just get a brand new crazy computer? Do you own it in the Microsoft store? Like, can you do crossplay? Like play on Xbox and on PC? Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Satisfactory being crossplay. Some of these nuggets are not going where they should go. Adult money, yep. I can tell you what I spent some of my adult money on. I took advantage of its Amazon Prime Day. And the colored lights that you see behind me, I picked up some more of those. Some of the ones that I have in the studio are older, and they're a little bit slower to respond. So I bought more of the new ones. So everything in the studio will be the same version, I guess, of the new bulbs. So I'll be changing those out. And then putting the older colored bulbs elsewhere in the apartment. So I still have them. I'll put them in lamps that I use less often. And I also bought the new Lego set that I will start tomorrow. And if you are a patron or a Twitch subscriber, you've got access to my Discord. And I posted what that set is this morning. So you get a heads up as a fun little treat. I mean, everybody will see it tomorrow when I go live anyway. But I'm looking forward to it. It looks like a really fun set. Similar to the retro radio and the Polaroid camera that I did. I feel like it's going to be that kind of a build. Dan, that's a chunk. That's definitely a chunk of adult money. Well, this didn't take very long at all. That's great. I labeled a couple of things after stream yesterday just because I could, and I quickly went through the last 8 levels that I had. The little guys don't get punched. They just die immediately. I'm a little concerned that a lot of these nuggets are piling up. I don't care about the rotten flesh, obviously, but this is obviously not a efficient farm design now that they've changed the way that it works. I used to be able to just AFK here without having to have a auto clicker, but I mean, not that an auto clicker is that hard. I've got a piece of mouse software that does it, so set it up to be a mouse button, and you just click the mouse button and it auto clicks, and click the mouse button again to stop the auto click, and it's great. I find it so funny that it's faster than the Ender. And this is built in the Nether. It's not like it's on the ceiling or anything like that. I might be able to grab those nuggets. Not that it really matters. I'm still on the fence about upgrading my graphics card. That would be something that would help with streaming Satisfactory, I'm sure. There's not much land around the lava lake. Oh, there's enough land around the lava lake. I had to slab the land around the lava lake. That was the issue. It took forever. I can't remember whether I did that mostly on stream. I feel like I did. A long time ago, though. I think it might have been before my VODs channel, like before I was archiving all of my VODs. I feel like the Joel Duggan VODs started with Westhill. I don't think there's much on there. There might be some Let's Plays on my Joel Duggan channel. I watched a really interesting video from Mumbo Jumbo this morning about the state of Minecraft Let's Plays, and he's not wrong. It could be more land. It's a huge lake. Yeah. I picked the right spot. We definitely picked the right spot in the nether for it. Ding, level 30. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted. I feel like there was one more enchant that I needed to get on something. I don't remember what that was. It was... We have Respiration, Unbreaking and Mending, Protection 4, Unbreaking, Mending, Protection 4, Feather Falling 4, Depth Strider, Unbreaking, Mending. Is it... I guess we don't have Soul Speed, but I don't need Soul Speed. And Soul Speed... Is Soul Speed exclusive to Depth Strider? Like, can you not have both? I don't remember. Oops. That's not bad for being here for just a few minutes. Blue Crow, hello. How's it going? You can have Depth Strider and Soul Speed at the same time? That's cool. That's good to know. I don't know that I have a Soul Speed book. I guess we could check an enchanting table. Where's my closest enchanting table? I think it's at home? Under the barn, maybe? I don't think I have a book. Piglin Bartering is another way to go. Oh, Piglin Bartering is the only way. Well, that will make this a very short trip, won't it? Take the extra gunpowder, though. Don't have any extra gold. Lots of extra slime. I don't know that I need that, but nice to know that it's there. Swift Sneak, that's the other one from Deep Dark Chests, right. Eventually we'll probably want Swift Sneak with the kind of stuff I want to build in the sci-fi area. We're probably going to be up pretty high and walking on small small branches of scaffolding and things. Only Depth Strider and Frostwalker. I don't know that I've ever had Frostwalker on boots outside of maybe my very first Minecraft playthrough. Okay, I can put these in here. So, first things that I've been finding a little confusing have been, I feel like those I'm not using that often. These, however, need some love. That's good to know that if you were doing more than one at a time, you could get several shulker boxes out of the same object. Like you don't have to continue to replace it every time. Good. Grass. I feel like that dirt has been labeled. Coal and bricks. I should really do the ones that are in the ender chest. That's probably the priority. Bricks. Hey, Cat Lady Liv. How's it going? Welcome in. Terracotta. That one. Sand. Coral. I really want to try to do something with coral. I think that could be fun. Guess we'll do yellow. Using coral in some sci-fi builds for color, I think could be really cool. I don't know if it matters what number it is, or I'll just sand. Whoops. I definitely do that a lot where I grab the object instead of the shulker box with the object on it. So it can be a little tricky sometimes. So that's copper, but I have copper over there. That's waxed copper, right? We can probably call that cut copper. Unless I could find oxidized cut copper. That might be a better label for it. Tables and chairs. Forgot to put the cut copper back in the box. Go with probably the best one for that. Terracotta. Do I do yellow or do I do orange? I guess we can just test it, see what it looks like. I feel like this one I want to do a barrel. And this one will be prismarine. That was more of a decorative work chest for working in West Hill. Orange. Tables and chairs. I think the only annoying part about all this is having to put everything back. Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it. Watch streak reached. Obu is currently on a 5-stream streak. Oh, look. Twitch made another incentive to keep people online. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's cool to have that. I've seen that with Cat Lady is on the 3rd stream. Anybody else today have a streak? I can probably make some graphics for those. I need to look into that. Blast Jordan is on a 7 stream streak. Dan is on a 7 stream streak. Sandy, do you have a streak? Your streak must be redonkulous. I didn't see it. Does it say it when you come in, I guess? Cat Lady Live, what is a lurk? That's a really good question. So lurk is just a streaming term for when you're here and you've got the stream feed live on your computer or your tablet or your phone, but you're not able to be in the chat. So a lot of people say they'll pop in real quick. They'll be like, hey, Joel, have a good stream. I'm working and lurking. So some people that work from home or some people that work in a situation where they can have the stream open on a second monitor or something like that. Maybe their work situation is more lenient in that way. And so they'll support their favorite streamers by watching, air quotes, but as like a background. And so you're not able to really engage in the chat, which is a nice way to let your friends in chat know that, hey, I'm here, but like, don't ask me any questions. I'm not ignoring you, but I can't actually stop what I'm doing and type right now. I do it all the time when I watch a stream in the living room where I don't have a way to type. Unless I'm on my phone in chat, I'm typically not engaging in chat. So I'll drop a quick line on my phone to say, hey, I'm lurking while I'm doing the dishes or cooking dinner or something like that. And plus, if you know the streamer, then they also know to like not ask you a bunch of questions other than like, hey, how are you? Welcome in, right? What color do we want to make this one? I guess we could make it white. Or purple. We seem to be using a lot of white and purple. Let's make it purple. Purple shulker boxes are very nice looking. I quite like them. That's actually really cool looking. I'll be happy when I've got shulker boxes of each kind of concrete. That will be a mission at some point, is to get all the different things. That, and that should be pretty easy. Obviously, we use a diamond. Battle box. You know what? I'll use a chest plate. I'm not sure where I got that texture. I don't think the enchantment really matters. I feel like that would be better as a red one. Should have changed the name of that. Treasure chest. I'm not sure what I could call that. Guess we'll just keep it the way it is. I feel like the diamond texture is from Conquest or something. I don't really remember. Let's make that red. That looks better. All right, everything in there is labeled. That's good. That's what I wanted. And I don't think there's these are all just spare junk boxes. I don't need to worry about this too much right now. Yeah, not terribly fussed about it. Warped and extra dyes. Probably we'll go with ink sacs for this one. Warped, I think we've been using signs. And Hell Garden. I guess we'll go with... Pale oak leaves. I guess we'll go with that. Is it... Does it go by warped? It's Hi-Fi, right? Warped stem. I really like the way that these look with this shader pack. Quite good. We'll do these two. We only got 10 left. Hit it again. So I do have some ideas to potentially fix the farm for Geode, and I think we might have to add another pool of water. Cherrywood, oakwood, dark oak. I could probably just shorten that. Although, I guess wood is better because I might have another one that's going to be logs. Yeah, I should have kept the wood. Now they are much easier to tell apart. Oh, that's got no room. And that's basically all the levels. So that's mission 1 accomplished. Alright, so I'm going to need redstone. I'm going to need note blocks. I need to make more note blocks. And I've got comparators, I've got redstone. I need more hoppers too. I'm eating up a lot of my wood for chests because of all the shulker boxes I'm making. I might have to start thinking about a wood farm, like a bamboo dedicated chest farm. That might be a good idea. I'm actually going to write that down. Chest farm. And what was the other thing I wanted to do? Redstone component. I'm not sure where we would get redstone. I guess we'd have to do a mob farm that would have witches in it. Otherwise, we'd have to feed the redstone in manually. Don't think I need rails. I gotta remember that I have this in here. I'm gonna put a block on that one. I much prefer the flat icons of block items on shulker boxes and not the 3D way I see so many Hermit stream videos. That's just an older version of this mod. There's options. You can change it. Mods. It's the same mod, so it's just a personal preference. But you can see large flat rendering, flat rendering. There's nope, that's not it. Yeah, there's the difference. In your hands and in the world, you can kind of see. It's hard. It might be small on stream, but those are the options. Marking shulker boxes, is that a vanilla or a mod? Which one? The label? The picture on the front of it is definitely a mod, but you can label them whatever you want. Ozzy Jones, hello. Thanks for saying hi. How'd you find the stream? I feel like I've missed a bunch of stuff in chat. Sorry, folks. Cat Lady, you're welcome. No, I just maybe I just have too many Nightbot notifications. How do you get your stream to look so nice in Minecraft? I always have trouble with quality. Do you mean the way that the shaders look? Because it could be a shader thing you're seeing. If it's a stream quality, then I stream from OBS, and I have, it's not a beast of a computer, but it's a decent computer. But I'm only streaming at 6,000. I don't know if I can look at my settings while I'm streaming. Stream. Output. Yeah, 6,000 kilobits per second. That's what Twitch recommends. I do stream in 1080p 60. My PC specs are below the video, so if you want to check out what I'm running. But it's not terribly cool. I'm only getting 30 to 40 frames a second because I have shaders. If I turn the shaders off, then I'll get closer to 80. So it could be a shader difference that you're noticing, right? I just think this looks nicer. It's a little choppier. Like it's definitely framier as I go back and forth. There's a little bit of blur, but if I turn it off, that's a lot smoother. But it's kind of boring. These also look like they're lit, which is weird. I guess they don't have any shadow on them. So yeah, I would say that. I'm playing in 2K. I'm playing in 1440 and I'm downscaling to 1080. So that might be part of it too. But Cat Lady Live subscribed with Prime. Thanks very much, Cat Lady. I really appreciate you using your Prime sub on me. You can connect your Discord and your Twitch accounts and then join the Joel Duggan Discord. And then you'll get a heads up on things like what I'm doing on the Lego Let's Chat tomorrow. There's a post in the Discord about the Lego set reveal. I need to go down and look at where we're going to be building this. Did I bring? I forgot. I need frog lights. So over here is a geode that we spent the last 3 streams digging out and prepping. And this is all the stuff. We've got a lot of crystals that end up landing on the edges here. And also, I don't have a clock on it. It's currently manual. So I want to build a clock. I think I understand Ilmango's design from the video that the Wormbo linked me yesterday. And the other thing that I wanted to do is, if I just jump into my camera mod here for a second, I think there's like a distinct cut right about here where I think we could put in another water stream and we could funnel all of these crystals that get broken off into like a water pan and have that either drop in the middle or drop like in this section or over here in this section. And I think that that would mean we would get more of this stuff rather than it all piling up here. So Ilmango's video, he used flying machines in a very, very cool way to get a lot of crystals, and I just don't have that kind of build capacity right now in Redstone. But I feel like we could at least add some water things in here, and probably the thing to do would be to push it. The middle is kind of small. Well, I guess we could probably do that. A more logical thing might be to push it towards the end, but it depends on what the size of the water pan is. We'd probably make it almost the same size as what we have down below, and then just have the water go in a different direction. Would be my preference. So that's one way I think we can get more out of this. And then the stuff over here that gets caught, I don't know what we do about this. This might be just sacrifice. We might just have to figure out a way to do it. I was also thinking that if I put some fence posts down here, I could sort that out and maybe have things pop off the fence posts. So we'll see what I can come up with. But I do know that it's a 6x3 space for the clock, which I think we have in here. Oh, I forgot my purpur up top too. Crap. And this is the output, and I think I'm going to build it going this way. I guess I could do it the other way around. This doesn't need to be a repeater. So we definitely have the space for it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we've got 4 or 5. So that should be good. So the idea is that it's a compounding hopper clock, I think is what it's called. Yep, I need purpur, and I think that's it. I should have just put all that kind of stuff in my ender chest, but I did not. Is there anything else I might need? Should use our last label. And I'm realizing now that I'm almost on my first break, so I should probably go back to the zombified pilgrim farm. They don't call it Crimson Wood, do they? Alright. Whatever. I feel like I'd rather have levers in there than buttons. Well, the first hour of stream was just getting organized, but I promise you we will be building more. I do think that the best use of this break, though, is going to be just to get a few more levels. So we'll quickly fly over there, and then you won't have to sit there and watch it because I'll put up the break screen. I keep on forgetting to set up a AFK scene in OBS for my stream. That's video for Minecraft. So that if I decided to like walk away from the stream and I didn't want to put up the single image, I could put up like a video of whatever we're doing. I'm not sure if people prefer that or not. They're angry and ready to go. I will AFK and be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. One thing I will say about streaming earlier is that there tends to be more people here, which is cool. So thanks for coming out, everyone. I really appreciate it. I don't see anything too important here that I want to bring back. A lot of random stuff in your farm chests in case something breaks. What are we doing for fuel? Oh, we are out. Watch streak is new. Yes, I think that's new this week. We got to. Golden is a catchy tune, Blue. I agree. I think I saw a guy on TikTok the other day say, "I found my new favorite running song," and it's Golden. I was like, fair enough. I do like having all of my labels back. It's much nicer. Also, I found that when I'm in the nether, I get closer to 60 to 80 frames a second. So it must be something about the overworld and the light that causes things to be slow. I'll have to, I have the Ilmango video up on YouTube on my other screen, and I'll share it just like I did when I was working on the shulker box farm. I think I understand how it works. For whatever reason yesterday when Wormbo linked it, I just didn't have the mental capacity to sort out what was happening live. I'm definitely more of a visual redstone person, but Ilmango, he didn't really explain how it was working. He just explained how to build it. I think we have everything we need. I'm going to build it out of purple just because I can. It's mostly regular blocks anyway. Like regular redstone blocks. So we need the signal to be there. I'm not going to put this on slabs. I think it's going to be better to just have it on regular bricks. Oh, crap. That's not useful at all. That fix it? Yeah, it fixed it. Geo Girl raiding with a party of 34. Well, we're in a geode, Geo Girl. You've got good timing. Thanks very much. I really appreciate that. What were you up to on stream today? Anathra, hello. Meteor storm incoming. Geo Girl's crew now in orbit. That's a fun raid message. That's awesome. Wandering Widget, hello. Atoraru. These are fun usernames. You love a good geode. Well, it's a geode. I'm not sure how good it is. Built another house in your 5-year city. Only 59 houses left now. Nice. I just finished a 5-year-old medieval town a couple of months ago. It's hard to believe it's been a couple of months. I finished it at the end of August. Yeah, you can find the video on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. It's a tour that I gave Pixel Riffs, my co-host on the Spawn Chunks podcast, and we went around most of the city. Yeah, it's about 2 hours, give or take, maybe 3. Geo Girl says I have to be right back. Yeah, of course. If you've got a raid and run, Geo Girl, of course, like no worries. I appreciate that you've probably been in front of the screen for a long time. But thank you ever so much for bringing over your crew. Folks, if you're new to my channel, my name is Joel Duggan, and I stream here on Twitch, and I podcast about Minecraft. So if you are unfamiliar, check out the Spawn Chunks on YouTube or your favorite podcasting app. It's free. It's every Monday. Pixel Riffs and I sit down and we talk about the latest Minecraft news, email from listeners, and then often a main topic, usually centered around the news or whatever's going on in our Minecraft worlds. Blue Crow says I always have more frames in the Nether compared to the overworld. My reasoning is that the overworld there is a lot more depth and height. Yeah, no, you're probably right. There's also no skylight in the Nether, right? At least not as far as I know, as far as the game calculates it. Okay, so we need some purple stuff. And we need to make this. I feel like the signal is going to be a little bit off center. We could kind of put it in any direction, I guess. We need it to come in through right there. So let's just do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do. I guess I'll wrap. I might be able to wrap it around, or I might have to build the clock in a different direction. We'll see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go extra on this side so we can see what we're doing. Okay, at this point, I need to find the tutorial. So give me 1 second to just bring this up on screen. Uh-oh. There it is. So this is a video by Ilmango, an efficient amethyst shard farm. And I did not build the whole farm, but I'm stealing his clock. And I am also going to change this playback speed to half. So I think at first he just builds a regular clock, like a regular hopper clock. There needs to be a torch on the output, and that goes into what will be a redstone line. And then he starts with, I think, hoppers. Okay, I'm gonna slowly copy this back and forth. So if, yeah, I'm probably going to have to build it more this way. Would be my guess. So he had a torch in this space, so I'm going to put my torch here, and that will eventually light up a line. We'll extend the line back. I just don't want to trigger this while I'm working here. And so then he had this. And a comparator going there. I think that's the case. So I need to build this out more. And we're just building this on purpose because we can. Kind of goes with the theme of the design. Guess I could knock this out. It's already asymmetrical. I don't think we really need to worry about the farm being pretty. I may actually need to get a little bit higher here. Oh, that's just a fake ceiling. That's cool. We'll just get rid of this. Oh no. Glad I caught that before we put redstone down there. Get some extra light going on here too. We actually have a space to put down some boxes. Maybe Cloudflare should employ screens of moving MC players for their random seeds instead of just filming lava lamps. I'm not sure what you mean, Sheep's Caliber. The confidence you were moving the clay in a lush cave area was not very redstone friendly. No. I've also got beacon haste 2 everywhere in this area. I don't know if you can see it on the map, but you can, there's beacons here, 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 and here. We haven't made them very obvious. Okay, next step. Don't need to hear him at half speed. That's a little cruel. So then we've got a dropper. And then a hopper pointing into the dropper. This is the part where I wasn't quite sure. It's a little bit different than most clocks that I've made before. Redstone dust on top of the one with the torch. And then sticky pistons, and this ends up being like a normal hopper clock. A dropper, piston comparator. Alright, I'm gonna stop it there. There's redstone dust here. And we've got a sticky piston there. We've got a dropper. And hoppers. So dropper and then hopper. I think there was a comparator coming out of this. And that went into a block. What's There's a comparator in that little crack, I think. And then dust there. And then sticky piston going back the other way with a redstone block on the face of it. Oh, I need to get items. I don't know what I'm going to put for items in there. So we've got sticky piston, block of redstone. I guess I could just use stone. I don't know. I don't have enough sticks. I'm going to go back up to the surface and grab something that we have a lot of and just rename it. Wrong way. Is it the wrong way? No. Sheepscalber says the internet security provider Cloudflare uses a giant wall of lava lamps that get filmed. Due to their random behavior of the fluid, it's an unhackable RNG for encryption stuff. That is awesome. I didn't know that. Are you into security, Sheepscalber? Like, is that your day job? Or are you just a nerd like the rest of us? Canada Raz, hello. Like, that is genius, Sheepscalber. It's a non-digital randomizer. That's incredible. Security is a side hustle. Oh, cool. I've recently upped a lot of my security. I did an audit with my Apple Passwords app and changed a lot of stuff to just be either biometrics or, oh, what's the term? Not webhook. Passkey? Anything that has a passkey, I've used a passkey for. So we're going to use sticks, I think, and I need at least 6 stacks. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal bamboo, because we've been making a lot of this. And I'll just turn the bamboo into sticks. Is it 1-to-1 for bamboo 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. How many stacks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough if I remember everything from the video correctly. Sticks are 2-to-1. Oh, cool. I needed some bamboo for over here anyway. And since we're here... Oh, that's cruel. Come on. Oh, I don't have any inventory. That's why I can't get it. We'll just throw these on the ground. So I feel like how many other I had at least a stack. 6 stacks, 8 stacks should be enough. I think I can rename a stack at a time too. Oh, it's the other way around. I read that wrong. Thanks, Music Free Gaming. I read that wrong. Glad I grabbed a lot then. That's 3.5. We'll have to go get more. I feel like we have enough. I should probably turn on the fuel for this and try to distribute some of this stuff around. Nah. I'm looking forward to making a much larger furnace array. All right, that's 4.5 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to need a little bit more than that, but I think I had more down below. The way that I like to handle this is just call these filter sticks, because then I use them in item filters. Ah, keep on putting it in the wrong spot. I don't normally deal with fall allergies, but lately it's just been brutal. All right, that should be enough with what I have down below. Thanks, Dan. Do. I need to put some lights on the edge of that. All right, so in the video, it's very specifically going to be, I think, 41 items inside the dropper. Yep. So inside the dropper, we'll do 41. I do in the spring too, Mikatu, yeah. Spring is hay fever, like it's 100% hay fever. So then there's a note block there, and then hoppers going into each other on the other side of those. And then another block, another comparator, and then another block. I thought, maybe not. Block, comparator, block there, and then redstone, block there, and then redstone. Okay. So then we've got a note block on top of this guy. My note blocks look like crates because that's the texture I had on them for my medieval city. All right, that goes into each other, and then I might as well just put stuff here. Comparator block. Comparator block, and I think you put redstone on the top of both of them. Yeah. So then we've got redstone there and there. I think I have to dig out more. No, then there's a sticky pistons on top of everything. So then there's sticky piston there, sticky piston there, and a redstone block there. So sticky piston on the redstone. I just realized I'm probably going to want to take some of this stuff out and it's going to rain down into the hoppers. So I'm going to temporarily put blocks there and I'm going to remove some of this stuff here. All right, this is going to end up in the hoppers. Oh, crap. Take that out. That still has 41 in it. These are both empty. And there is a redstone block that goes here. So I didn't see in the video anywhere where Ilmango explained how the clock works. I'm only kind of guessing how it works. And then specifically, there was a certain number of items. There's the on-off switch. So he turns that on. So that's going to go over here. That does that. And then in the back hopper, I think it was 4 stacks and 30 something. So 4 stacks, and then very specifically 39, 49. So 4 stacks and 49. 1, 2, 3, 4, 49. And that's what I needed all the filter sticks for. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I got 23, but I think I had more filter sticks here, yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks and 49, and that goes in this back hopper over here. I think after that he turns it on. Now his output is very specific for flying machines, so it needs to be a repeater. But mine does not have to be a repeater. Mine can just be a regular redstone signal. I might have to put an observer in here. I don't think so. so at some point when those 41 items tick over, it activates the redstone. Now here he's talking about the repeater delay messing up your flying machines, which I don't have to worry about. And I think once he... can't remember if he turns off the clock or if he turns on the clock. The lever is up currently. Because that redstone is powered. So what's really cool is that these flying machines, they pass through in a pattern that's like a cross section of the farm. All right, so he hits the manual button and everything just kind of goes. Isn't that neat? Like the flying machines cut through one way, like north-south, then cut through the other way, east-west, and then cut through Y values top to bottom. Like it's so neat. So there's no loss. Like it's eventually I could probably figure out how to make something like this, but for now I wanted this farm up and running. So I think for me here, I can, so that that's off, and if I unlock that, then I think that will start the clock. Yeah, so these go back and forth, and I think that every time this entire hopper empties, then one of these little guys will go to the next door. So every time that this hopper exchanges all of those items, one of the 41 goes here, and then eventually all 41 will be there, and this will tick over and it'll turn on the redstone torch. But that's going to be a solid... I don't know if it happens as like a pulse or if it happens as a solid. Music for gaming, do you know? Oh, thanks, Sandy. Yeah, I should have included the link to the video. So this signal goes up, and this signal goes around to the side there. But we can bring this back, and this torch should light that up. So I can fill this in. I can add, maybe we'll do like a purple pillar on the front of this to make it look nice. Oh, I already had some. Maybe I'll just try to mimic what we've got here. Oh, I just messed up a redstone bit. Oh, that didn't do anything. Maybe it's every 2 times they go back and forth. Like I said, I don't fully understand the clock. I guess I can just leave this like this. maybe we'll frame a little redstone area for fun. One, two, three, four, five. I find stuff like this is cool because it kind of gives you a little bit of practice in just putting things together that look nice but are not super important. Oops. Again, it's asymmetrical, but so is the farm. I think I get it. The back clock is a regular hopper clock. When it switches, the dropper in the front clock pushes an item into the locked hopper. When the dropper is empty, it flashes the redstone torch, starts the machine, and resets. Yeah, I think so too. That's kind of what I get. I think it instead of, yeah, so it's gone one. Instead of everything coming over to here, I think everything has to come over here and then go back. I think that's the idea. Did we miss anything? Everything's lit up. I don't think we've made any errors here. This space feels a little strange. Oh, that's no good. I guess... Is that... Where does this ladder go? Does it go in the middle or at the edge? I think it goes on the edge. Yeah, edge. Okay. I don't know whether to wall that up. I guess it doesn't really need to be there. Probably leave this open here if we want. Good enough for me. The pearlescent froglights and the purple definitely go well together. They're very much a light purple on the edges. They're not super dark. They do go well with purple concrete and stuff too, though. Like that does actually work. that back. Is there anything else in here? So the other thing I wanted to do was throw in the another water pool and see what we can do. For that, I'm gonna need moss for scaffolding, and I'm gonna need probably some white pale oak signs. I need to go get my water buckets too, I think. Oh no, I got buckets here. So it's just the pale oak that I need. There's so many bats, too. Now we wait, yeah. I think I'm going to use a lot of water elevators in this area. They're just so fun. While we're here, whoops. Cool. And pale oak. May I ask what exactly you're going to use all the amethyst for? I thought it would be kind of cool to create crystals, like builds, like decorative builds of crystals, and then pretend that maybe those crystals are powering all the different things we're doing in the sci-fi area. So think like the Protoss from StarCraft, maybe. Because I could use like purple glass, these actual crystals that I silk touch. I could use amethyst blocks. I could use purple lights. I could use blocks of glass. I feel like we could probably do some cool stuff. All right, so somewhere in here, I have the room to make another water panel. I feel like on top of that light block, I could create a water pan that would go in one of these two directions, and it would probably save us a lot of hassle. The issue is going to be, how do we keep stuff from flowing over? But I feel like that should catch a lot of this stuff, not everything. But I think from here over, I can probably, we'll sacrifice a couple things maybe. There's one there and one there. So it may not, well, if we put the signs here, if we have it flow towards the middle, I think that'll probably be the best way to do it. So maybe we'll just start with it as far back as we can. Maybe we'll put it between these ones, because that would get us at least to there. And that might be enough. Although we have to have it flow in a couple different directions. We might have to have the water start in the middle and flow that way and then this way. Did you change the frog-like texture, or is it just the shader? The yellow one looks darker than what I remember. That's a really good question. I think there's higher contrast. It's the shader that creates the light source out of them. Oh, we need to build some signs. Crap. I guess I could technically use filter sticks. Yes. That's fine. Okay, so we need some purple pillars, blocks, a couple buckets, and I guess I could use slabs too. And we'll want some lights. So what did I say? I said probably just above that would be what we need to do. So if I start building the platform and I want the water to take everything over to here. I feel like that's possible. I think we want things to flow. We could also send things over this way too. I think it's going to be best to just do a full platform and then kind of cut it back. I did that wrong. Crap. Oh no, that was right. We want the water to reach underneath all of these guys. We won't be able to get that one, but that one's not harvested. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that works. I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like that's how far the water flows. Why do I have signs down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why do I think this is going to be somehow different? Oh, because I've gone farther. In the interest of redstone's safety, I'd put the water sources in the middle, have the flow outwards, and then funnel the crystals into the existing pool. So you think you'd want to have the water in the middle? So have this one flow that way? The problem is, in order to hold the water back, I have to have... Well, I guess I don't have to have solid blocks. I just thought that the solid blocks here holding the water back, there's nothing above them. But if I put blocks here to hold the water back, which I know I could use with signs. I could put a row of signs across here, but that seems really precarious, right? Careful putting water on the slabs. Yeah, I thought so too. I was thinking about that as well. So that's my logic for the water. The water, I think I might actually want it to flow from here that way. I think so. I'm gonna so if I do that, then I'm gonna have to put some sort of solid blocks in here. By putting solid blocks in here, the issue is that we start to lose some of these. So I was just gonna pick the row that had the least. Like there's only 1, 2 here, whereas this has got 3 or 4 or 5 maybe. So maybe this space would be a good spot to do that. I guess there's 3, including this one. Right, so that could go that way. And then I could have everything just flow over to the edge. The Nookie, thanks so much. Appreciate it. You're right, that might be the easiest way to do it. Because there is this gap here. I'd have to go 1 higher than this. Crap. So then along here, we would just create a an edge. And then put signs along this. Because then they would just hit the edge of the water and flow off, right? So this would be a gap here. I think that'll work. Droxy, hello. How'd you find the stream? Welcome in. I missed entirely. Take it easy, Dan. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Boop, boop. you know what I need? I need this. Whoops. Right, and then sort that out. And then here we'll just have signs because this is only like 5 or 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then we'll just do signs here. And if I'm going to do signs here, what I should do is kind of continue with the little theme that I've got, where I've got lights every so often before I put the signs on. 2 blocks. Time for a break, SweetSandi. You're right. Thank you very much. I was just thinking that. And thank you for being awesome. Droxy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. If you're still here from the raid from GeoGirl, thanks very much for hanging out. I take a break about once an hour. Gives me a chance to reheat my coffee. Gives you a chance to grab a snack, grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming. I was watching this really cool video from Mumbo Jumbo earlier today, and he brought up a really good point that I talk about a lot, which is the #1 way to get more streamers and people out there is to just recommend them to your friends. The algorithms and social media and stuff are not the best to rely on for discovery. So if you are enjoying the day here, then tell a friend. Let them know that I'm live and bring them on in. We will be more than happy to have them. I will just AFK here for a few minutes while I grab another cup of coffee, and I will be right back. So I needed more signs, I think. I was like, what did I get stuck on? Alright, so that'll catch the water going that way. And I don't think there's another space to put one of these. There's not really room here. So for this, the better solution might be to have a wider arc on the redstone. I might want to put the redstone around the edge here. That might be the better way to do that one. I might trigger the farm manually just to kind of see where things fall and what I might have to do. The other thing I want to do while I think about it, I want to go get my cherry wood box, because I'm wondering if putting a fence post directly underneath a piston 1 block away from the amethyst crystal, if that, when the piston pushes the amethyst crystal, if it will bounce the crystal out to a different angle, and therefore it won't get caught on the blocks below it, maybe. Sandy, I agree. Blast Jordan, you're so close with these. You're so close. I'm going to do this very carefully. Oh, I should have put lights in here before I fill it up. Whoops. I guess we could try to be super sneaky with it. How fast is Joel's pickaxe? Fast. Okay, that should have that all lit up. Nice, yep. So things that go over here will just drop, and they shouldn't hit the edge there. I don't know why that piston is extended. That's a little bit strange. And the other thing was this redstone line over here, right? Yeah. So I feel like here, the smart thing to do will be to just go really wide with this. We're still going to have some overlap, but this will reduce, I think, a lot of this mess. So this line will pull out. So I'll need a repeater probably somewhere along here. That repeater, I think, was just to skip over that section. But we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it starts to go crazy, so we'll put something here. That. And I should now be able to get rid of this. Now, that one has to have power on it. But everything else here can go. It's not going to free up a lot, but it's a little bit more efficient. Droxy, yeah, it's an amethyst crystal farm. Nothing fancy. We're just waiting for as many of them to be full grown as we can and then sending them. So then all of these, unfortunately, like some of these just hit on the edges of stuff and there's no real way to get them off of here. I can't think of one anyway. I guess I could have more water, but I really don't know. So while I'm here, I'm going to try and remove this, and I'm going to get my other pickaxe for that. I don't want to blast through too much. Did it actually go off? I feel like it went off. Something happened. Oh, maybe it just ticked over. That's all it did. I could have an allay floating around to pick things up. That's another way to do it too. You're right. That's probably a good way to do it. Okay, that I think has got to stay. I think that's got water underneath it. Or not. No, that can go. Okay. Yeah, the allay is a good call. I don't think I can get any farther. Oh my gosh, I can stand on those? Okay. Not very well. I don't have an ELA, but I do know where there is a outpost, a pillager outpost. Maybe we can go look to see if there's any ELAs. What's the thing to do? Just put them on a lead and then bring them back by a boat? Will they float behind you? General Sweatpants, great username. Recently used the LA. I recently used the LAs for item pickup. Only issue I has was they were not contained and one flew away when the note block stopped making noise due to the chunk border issues. Okay. Leads are good. If you get them an item, they'll follow you. All right, cool. So I could just bring some amethyst crystals with me. And this is just me just tidying this up, trying to make it look okay. I didn't have enough purple pillar the first time I was here. I could probably just do this from the top down. Okay, so that's that part done. I don't know if there's a way to make more adjustments to the redstone, so we'll see. Yeah, I'll probably have a decent amount of shards. I can't really see anything that I can adjust. I tried when I was making this side to adjust things as best I could. Those are just not going to go the way that I want. I guess I could, well, no, that has to power that too, doesn't it? I could move that out and sweep that around. Why does that have to be powered? I don't think that has to be powered at all. I could probably go out here. Not that that really matters. It'll matter in here, maybe? No, there's nothing in here. Okay. I think this is the one that's the major problem. Yeah. That we're just not collecting hardly any of these just because there's just so much happening below. Okay. It's not meant to be perfect. It's just meant to be something that's always running in the background, so hopefully it will be helpful. Let's do these other pillars. Whoops. Okay, I think that keeps everything pretty tidy. I guess I want to test that theory on fence posts. I don't know where a good a good situation would be. That seems redundant. I'm curious about putting a fence post underneath a section where the piston might be. Yeah, that's a weird spot for that. So in a situation like, I guess, okay, here's a good example maybe. See, this is going to break that crystal and it's going to land right here. So I was wondering if I put a fence post, and of course I don't have a fence post, but if I put a fence post in that position, would the crystal shoot off somewhere? Like, would it fire in a different direction? Not that it wouldn't just land, you know, there and still be a problem, but rather than knowing it's going to land here, would it potentially, off a fence post, go that way, right? And I don't know. And maybe it has to be a wall. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is not been triggered, so I'm not going to trigger it. But what I'm going to do is go make a note of what we've got in the storage upstairs, so that when it triggers, we'll know how much we're getting, and if it's going to be something like a yield that we can try to increase. Missed it. All right, whatever. Not worried about it. There might be a possibility for the item to catch on the post, but right now I feel like there's a 100% possibility that it's just going to end up on the piston. So that's just a thought. And one thing I wanted to do as I've been walking by is have more light show up here. I feel like we can mark these floors a little bit better. Rather obnoxious, but I feel like now coming down doesn't matter on the going up, because going up you're not going to be able to really stop, but I feel like we could probably see that better coming down. We'll test it. Oh yeah, way easier to see where you're going. Cool. I would have been looking for that. All right, let's go mark this with, I guess, another filter stick. Or I guess I could use a single shard. That's probably the easiest thing to do. So we've got 9 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 9 stacks and 23. We'll say 9 stacks and 24. And this is Pops Live. Hello, how's it going? So there's our current spot. So we can just figure that out. I'll just kind of go off stream time, I guess. Now we got to figure out what else we want to do. I feel like this might make more sense over here. The one thing that you get on a mushroom island. More than one. I think. Nope. One of the servers I played on ages ago, you could craft your own elytra by killing phantoms, and I thought that was a cool addition. I'm slowly getting some ideas for designing a permanent storage area too. Well, that was pretty painless. I feel like we can probably add a couple more of these. Azalea, mangrove. I wonder if I should put the saplings on those instead. Let's not do that backwards. They really don't look that different when they're rendered in the world. It's subtle. Want to do grass or ferns? I guess I'll just do grass. Green bin. What do we want to put on the green bin? Wheat berries, maybe? Or blueberries would look better on green. Bushel box. I guess we'll just use oak leaves for that. And flowers. Do I want to do... I feel like maybe we'll do lilacs and roses. There goes the anvil. Oh, I should have renamed them. Whoops. At some point, I'm sure I'll have shulker boxes for everything. That still seems pretty loud to me. Maybe it's the breaking noise that's not as bad. That's done. Those are done. Those are done. Those are done. Let's do some sand. Terracotta and mud. Use packed mud. Single sand. Sandstone. Sand 1. Then 2. I guess we call it 3. I think we'll just use a regular terracotta, and for this we'll use red sand. Terracotta. I think the other one has orange on it. We don't need all 3 of these out. We could probably just go with one at a time. I could have a barrel over here too. I should just make another barrel. We're gonna need to make some trees soon. that needs to stay out here. We just got 4 left. And then maybe I can label this with a shulker box. Shulker shell, excuse me. I think this might be one of the few shulkers I would want to leave this color. Just because they match so well. Oh, I've got these ones too. Not going to have enough levels. Surprise. Quartz. I guess we'll do this. Deep slate ore. These are mostly for decorative purposes, of course. I thought maybe we can make a mine and have it look like we're pulling coal to the ground or something. One level left. Take it easy, Moira. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we got a lot done, I think. And I didn't check to see what I had for carrots, but it was around half a stack. So we've been playing this whole stream, so roughly 3 hours. And survey says that's a lot of carrots. Which reminds me, I need to put a roof on that so that a lightning strike does not turn that villager into a witch. That would be a real pain. So let's do that now. I guess we'll just put a glass roof on it. We'll grab some purple, white. I'm going to need more glass, which will give us a good excuse to test the smelter. It's probably still going to be slow. So we'll start the fuel first and get that rocket around, which is that one. What can I change later? I didn't bring any lights. Not that we need it, but it'll be fun to do. I guess I could do a slab roof, but it's not as cool. This is what I want. It'll take more glass, but I think it'll look better. Just do the whole thing. One big box. I still need to figure out how to get my preferred glass texture into the connected texture pack without just waiting for continuity to update. Right, so that should be distributing stuff. Yep. And then now we can do this. Actually, I can just put them right in here. And that should be giving us glass. Not quite getting around all the way. That's odd. Oh, why are you stuck? What's going on here? Just not enough juice? Yeah. Not enough juice. Maybe I need to add a rail. Just kind of slow. I wonder if all I would need to do is just add like one extra powered rail off the start. Maybe there would be a good chance to put one in. That's probably the easiest fix. Let's try that. Two of those, and you know what? We'll just use redstone blocks. I should probably stop them. I might only need to use the one block, maybe? I don't know. I do wish sometimes that rails could be just hover on their own. Nope. That should work. Nice. Ugh. Terrible landing. Bugs me that empty and full carts have different acceleration speeds. I don't know that I knew that. The old glass texture, even though it is connected, does kind of remind me of early days in Minecraft before I had a proper texture pack. The only thing I want to do is get in there and fix the stuff that he stomped on. Do you think that I locked a hopper over there? Is that what we're saying? Maybe I did. I need... Well, I've got carrots. I just need the hoe. Might be a good idea to check. Yeah. Yeah, no. These are all pointing down, not into anything. That's flowing. And that's flowing. So yeah, it locked those 3 hoppers maybe. Although... No, I just screwed up. These are the only ones that are actually in there. So these hoppers only feed those hoppers if something lands on them. These ones are the ones that are like fully loaded. So these are just, it's just not a very efficient design. That's all. That front one might be locked, but I don't really care. So the one in front of the minecart might be a little bit tricky. Tanisha, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I might have to drop down here. To do it. Not that it was a big deal. And that's good, because I think we're down to one of our last stacks of golden carrots. Nope, we have no golden carrots. I just made pressure plates by accident somehow. How'd I do that? Whoops. That was a pain in the butt. I don't remember how I made that at all. Right. Whoops. Got a couple more stacks of glass out of that. That's great. I really have to remember to get that audio mod to keep the happy ghast from being so talkative. Got one level left. What would be a good... Probably gunpowder. Yeah. Cool. I think that just about takes care of everything we need. The glass breaking sound gives you a scare. Tanisha, thanks. Yeah, I'm doing well. Just regular week doing the things in Minecraft. We put together the clock for the Amethyst Geode farm, so we've got a temporary feed here, which is good. We've got a carrot farm for carrots. We've got creeper stuff happening with gunpowder, which we also have sugarcane happening. So we've got all our immediate kind of needs going on with temporary builds, and I really need to sort out what kind of visual design I want to do. And I think the first thing will be to try and increase the scale and decorative spots for the sorting, like for my storage room. Some of this I want to have in bulk stuff, but I also want to have shulker box loaders. Like I want to be able to put stone, let's say, into the system and have stone be filtered out into a shulker box loader, and then have this have a chest or probably a barrel, because there really is only chests, barrels, and shulker boxes, and you can't put shulker boxes inside of shulker boxes. So barrels is probably what I'm going to have to use. I might want to try to come up with a sci-fi texture for the barrel. I don't know. Because ultimately what I want, instead of something like this, I'd want something like this that would have shulker boxes inside of it. Next to this. Like it would be this, and then underneath it would be like a bulk sort of situation. And chests are not it. I think it would be fun to mess around with barrels, because then I don't have to worry about stuff not opening on top of the chest, right? But anyway, that's the plan. And I think maybe one of the things I need to start doing is cutting down more mushrooms around the outside of this, so I can have more of a view of the scale that I want. And I'm probably going to build up a little bit higher so that I can have stuff flowing in, say like this, and it'll flow into like the basement, and then I can take it up and do stuff with it if I wanted to. I think that could be fun. And that way I can still have this like temporary utility room. So this could be like our temporary storeroom while we build a new one like right on top of it. I think that could be kind of cool. Anyway, things are looking pretty good so far in terms of just what we've got going on for infrastructure. So we've got Amethyst, we've got Nether. Not that we need chicken eggs, but we've got them. We've got carrots, sugarcane, a smelter with a infinite fuel source, beacons in the 4 corners, and over there somewhere, we don't have it marked on the surface, there's a copper trial chamber that we can mine out too. So there's a few things going on, which is good. I think what I need to do is sort out what's happening here in the middle, at least with a basic shape, and then figure out how to decorate and maybe attach the rest of these things. So I think it would be fun to have some of these waterways actually above the ground as like visual builds. So anyway, I'm going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Hopefully somebody is live. The last few days, it's been very difficult to find people on my list that are actually playing Minecraft. Oh, hello. Pixarus is live playing Minecraft. Phase 1 of the dig. Let's send everybody over to Pixarus. I owe him a raid, I'm sure. And I'm sure you will enjoy the rest of your day there. Pix is my co-host on the Spawn Chunks. We co-host and co-produce a podcast all about Minecraft. That's at thespawnchunks.com or the Spawn Chunks rather, on YouTube. There's a new episode out right now. It happens every Monday, and you can follow that on your favorite podcasting app as well. And while you're out there, check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan. I'm trying to drum up some support on Patreon because it's one of the best ways to keep me streaming during the week. As the winter is coming and holidays are coming, I need to make some adjustments to the schedule, and your support would be greatly appreciated. So if you want to check it out, you can join the Discord via the Patreon, and I'm looking to increase some benefits over there as well, so you'll be in on the ground floor when those happen. You can check me out on social media, TikTok, Joel Duggan, Instagram, Joel Duggan. I'm very easy to find. Thank you to Sandy for moderating today. Thanks to all the new people coming in. Geode Girl, or Geol Girl, thanks very much for the raid. Really appreciate it. And we will see you tomorrow for the Lego Let's Chat. And if you're in the Discord, you know what set I'm starting tomorrow. If you don't know, you're just going to have to tune in to find out. And I do plan on starting that at 10 a.m. Atlantic because I do have some graphic work to do in the morning. So I will see you folks tomorrow at 10. Bye for now.